to Amy's Crypt. So we're going to try this again because it just got completely something interesting happened. So we're going to try this again with a different video this time. I'm just going to try and find one that I would like to watch. Let's see. Just having a look.
We spent the entire...
This is the one. Hi everybody. Welcome to the live. Yep, so we're going to be reacting to Amy's Crypt. It's a requested video.
entire night locked inside an extremely haunted castle in a remote part of Scotland. Having the castle alone to ourselves, we were able to look for ghosts in its underground dungeon prison, the place where a grey lady has been sighted, and a room that holds ties to Mary Queen of Scots. What we captured here was truly chilling and unexpected. Welcome to Needpath Castle. Crypt Keepers, coming at you from another road trip. We are currently in Scotland, first stop, and Jared and I have rented out an entire castle to ourselves. Not only that, the castle is of course extremely haunted.
We are back on the road and it feels amazing to be investigating again. Amy has picked a really good one. We have an entire castle to ourselves.
It's been a long time since I've investigated a castle or somewhere with hundreds and hundreds of years of history just like this place.
This one's going to be a quick one, you know, it's got everything you'd expect of a castle. Dungeon, chapel, but the worst part, bats. In fact, not just bats, an entire colony of bats. So I am literally freaking out right now. And I don't even know the ghost stories of this place yet.
This is going to be a really cool one because this place, the stories it has to tell. And as far as paranormal, the reports are pretty cool.
So although this place is pretty epic, who knows,
how are you?
I might change my mind. And we are staying here for the entire night.
We're going to numerous countries here in Europe and the UK. You're not going to want to miss it. So make sure to subscribe. But you know what? Sun's gone down and it's time to get spooky. Resting in the Scottish countryside, quietly hidden in a lush valley, sits the majestic Needpath Castle, a legendary site filled with eerie ghost stories. The original castle on this land was built by Sir Simon Fraser, who in 1306 was hanged, drawn and quartered in London, with his head displayed next to his friend William Wallace's on a stake in the London Bridge. His castle was then burnt down by the English, yet the ruins would pass on to the Hayes family, who would build Needpath Castle there in the late 14th century. The castle would become a prominent stronghold, and the Hayes would even host Mary Queen of Scots there in 1563. Later, in the mid-1600s, it would also sustain great damage as a result of feuding between the English and Scottish. Being garrisoned against Cromwell, it lost a portion of its tower due to cannon fire, but it is said to have held out against attacks longer than any other stronghold south of the River Forth. Soon after, the castle would fall into the possession of William Douglas and would continue to pass throughout his family. It is here where the castle's first and most prominent ghost story comes into play, that of the Grey Lady. Many to visit the castle have claimed to sight this apparition roaming the halls, appearing as a tall, frail, weeping lady who is described as pale or most commonly grey. She wears a long brown dress with a white collar, and many claim to hear her cries and even screams echo through the stone building. While her actual identity remains unknown, many speculate that the lady may be Jean Douglas, the youngest daughter of William Douglas and Lady Jane Hay. It is told that Jean had fallen in love with a man of a lower social order and was forbidden to marry him. This affected Jean's health so negatively she fell extremely ill, which caused her parents to reconsider, allowing Jean's lover to revisit her at the castle. Yet upon his return, he did not recognise the frail and ill state Jean had declined into, leading her heart to instantly break and ultimately her death. But Jean is not the only ghost said to inhabit Needpath Castle. Many believe that trapped souls still linger in the lower bowels of the building. were a dungeon-like pit kept prisoners during the first few hundred years of the castle's existence. Being the only prison in the county for a time, many would have passed through and even perished here in the most horrible of ways. But could there be other spirits wandering these ancient halls? With the entire castle to ourselves for the night, we endeavour to find out. So if you're ready to investigate Needpuff Castle with us, hit like, subscribe, and let's jump into the investigation. Sun's gone down, the fog has come out. Hopefully the ghosts have come out too. We are ready to take on Needpuff.
I'm feeling pretty good. So this is our first investigation for the trip. I thought I was going to be jet lagged because every night I've been like falling asleep at like 8 p.m. But I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty pumped.
Same, and I think when I just look up at the castle, that makes me motivated to investigate.
Yeah, guys, we have got this whole place to ourselves. It is crazy.
Yeah, we've already had things happen. Behind the scenes Patreon video. That was so relevant. Oh my god. I can't wait to show you around and see what else we pull out of tonight. You do the honours, Jared. We are locked in. Locked in for the night. Yes. Feels good to be back.
Whoa. And our first room, wedding chapel, the chapel of love.
Fun fact, when Jared and I got married, it was like a quick visa thing. So we never got any wedding photos. We took a few, you'll probably be able to see them on my Instagram, better follow me. Yeah, we took a few fake wedding snaps at the front today. Okay, I just hit roll on GhostTube. We'll just start down here. I don't know if there's so many like ghost stories here. I know this place is set up like a chapel now, but was it always that way? Come closer. Can you guide me where? Come closer to... Where are you? I can't see you.
You know what's weird? When we did our Patreon video, we had a couple of voices come through that were guiding that sounded like almost like childlike like that. Not as quick, but like childlike.
My name's Amy and I'm here tonight with Jared. Can we have your name, please? Maybe you can tell me if this is the way you want me to go. Look at these like legit old windows as well. Feels good to be investigating a castle again.
Did you see this light just go boom and like increase in brightness?
What? Your light that you've got
My
on?
light, yeah. It just jumped up. I was only on 18 when I set this and it just jumped up. Then you should be able to see it on the camera. And that's a physical dial you got to move. Did you just touch our light?
Dungeon time.
I'm going to send it to last.
Yes, I hope everybody's well.
We're listening. Tell us where you want us to go. We're going to head to the
And
dungeon.
thank you
Will
for
you follow
watching.
us down there maybe?
Can you make a noise? We're now descending down into the bowels of the castle to reach its former dungeon. Oh, this is creepy. Yep. Feels like a dungeon, smells like a dungeon.
Looks like a dungeon.
Looks like a freaking dungeon. Well, this was a prison for a time. This was like the only prison in the county, so a lot of people were likely kept here. And notice how I'm walking through this door, Jared?
Yeah.
This wasn't always here.
How the people get in here then?
I'll show you.
Yes.
So this little room used to be an enclosed cell, literally a dungeon. And the only way in was through this hole in the roof up here. So you'd be dropped down through here. Once you're in, there's no way out.
It reminds me of Lep Castle. Lep Castle had one of these, right?
In Oubliette, people got dropped in through that hole. Probably got injured falling down here, and then that was it. You were just left to rot down here.
So people would have died in here, right?
Yep.
Very, very, very likely. We're talking like
find these
1600s. This prison was in operation down here.
videos quite
it's
interesting.
Really, it's really dank, and it's got that underground, wet, moist sort of smell to it as well. For those watching at home, it's definitely creepy down here.
So these here are just toilets.
George.
You guys know how we love the dunnies on Amy's Crypt.
We need like a little bingo card or something so we can tick off bathroom every time we're investigating. So I swear there's always one.
True. I like this door though, like the prison door. Now we did get, during our Patreon only, YouTube member only walkthrough, some very, very interesting results down here that was super intelligent, and they came through just here. So in this sort of walkway, hallway, we were rolling GhostTube, and at first it said, okay. We're like, oh, okay. we're going upstairs. Would you like to sort of follow us? We said something along those lines. And then another voice came through and it said, please go.
No, I want those comments hidden.
Okay.
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 That was a woman.
Hang on a minute.
Okay.
No, those comments are to be hidden. Yeah, that's right. We want them to be hidden. That's right. But not Michelle though. She's a legitimate person. Yeah, this is Paranormal Quest reaction. It's paranormal related.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're going to go up to the dining room now. Do you want to come follow us?
You should watch
Please go.
Oh my
Paranormal
god!
Activity.
That sounded like a smoker's voice, like a smoker woman maybe.
Uh-huh.
But I said I was going to go upstairs, she said please go.
Super intelligent. Right on point.
We commanded.
Okay.
Quite happy to
They want
watch
us to
this
go
at the
again.
moment, but
So
yeah,
please
maybe
go
one
to
day.
this exact spot and now
Definitely.
we command it. We command it's a weird thing to say. That must be built in as well. Like, that's a weird phrase to say.
I agree.
Like, it's almost like time period. Like, it's someone back then would say that.
Yeah, like someone in charge down here. We command it. You want us to go?
Hang on a
Can you
minute.
give us a sign? Can you move?
Yes, I know the movie you're talking about, but I can't watch that on here, I don't think, because that's an actual movie, and there's copyright involved with that. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that, but I can always find out.
If something make a noise, say something else, just to confirm you want us gone. Do you have anything else to say? This room is actually really interesting and cool because it contains the well for the castle. Freaking
I've
huge
hidden-
and deep as well.
Yeah, I could see the bottom today when there was a bit of daylight coming through that window there, but I can't actually see anything now. Is this like the go-to
Yeah.
paranormal spot? 'Cause there's always cushions, like people have been having a little seance around here or something.
I have heard
But
that
yes, I know
people
the
come down
movie.
here a lot.
Yeah,
I guess the
definitely.
prison, the
Yeah.
dungeon area was down here, so investigators drawn down here, they do pick things up. So it'll be interesting to see what we get. I feel like already that hallway is like, what it said is just so spot on and creepy.
Can you tell us about this well?
Can you hit the like button,
What
everyone
it was
who's
used
joining?
for?
That would be good.
Oh, that's a dumb question. Can you tell us about this well?
That helps get more people
water.
in here. We've got two
I
mods
found
here.
out
We've got
fact today that Amy taught me.
George
Why
and we've
wells
got
in the
Wendy.
basement of castles.
I want to share with everyone or just want to brag that you know something.
Well. So they're in the basement so that they couldn't be poisoned during a siege. Because if a castle was under siege, everyone was inside. If their water source was taken away from them or poisoned, then they would all die of thirst. So they put them in the basement to protect it from would-be attackers. The more you know.
There's some thongs over here.
Thongs. Well, flip-flops, depending on what part of the country you're in. Yeah, why are all these here? And they're all the same colour. There's a whole box of them. Alright, spirits. You said please go. We command it. We're going. We're going to head upstairs to the
What
dining...
happened to me?
This, I'm telling you, this hallway. I'm not sure what happened to you. My name is Amy, this is Jared, and I would love to help you. If you can tell me your name, I might be able to find out some information for you and help you a bit.
You guys might not be able to tell because of the camera angles and stuff, but all of these words have just happened right here in the exact same spot. In this hallway. Right here.
I'm telling you, it's a hallway.
And there's nothing special about this hallway, right? Like,
No.
we don't know of any specific ghost stories to this hallway specifically.
No, I mean, the prison was down here. I guess it's a fire affair.
Weird. We don't know what happened to you, but if you follow us upstairs, we're happy to keep talking to you throughout the night, and maybe we'll learn a bit about each other.
We're now heading up to the next level where there's a grand dining hall and one of the most prominent ghost stories of the castle. It's grand, right? Grand.
It really is. Look at this. It's even got, like, these tapestries. I don't know if they're original. I'm not going to touch them in case they are, but all these tapestries of, like, historic figures and stuff. I think there's one of Mary over here.
Yeah,
There she
Mary,
is.
Queen of Scots.
Yes.
Guys, she
I
was
am
here at this
on
castle.
screen recording,
How cool.
yep.
Yeah, I love the history aspect of what we do. Mary, Queen of Scots, did stay here. In fact, we're staying in her bedroom. We're going to investigate it as well.
Everything's been
I had a little tap over here.
I heard that. And our patrons already know I said that I heard something in this exact spot in that kitchen earlier today when I was going to the restroom.
Alright,
And it came
let's
from in here.
have a look. We're going to investigate as well.
No specific ghost stories of this room. This is just their catering kitchen for when people have weddings and stuff.
So what happened in here for you?
I just heard something move around, like there is a fridge in here, just want to call that out. Something moved around in here when I was walking past this door.
Heard that.
And above us.
And that. And that.
Anyway, it was louder than all those noises, but still you're hearing stuff, right?
Definitely like hearing little taps around here. If there is someone in here, can you make a real loud noise just so we know you're here? We need loud, something like this.
Jesus. But that's not the most exciting part of this floor.
To be honest, actually, I was told that investigators love this floor. They tend to get a lot of activity happen in here. And I feel like I know why. If we go in the next room, it's pretty evident. So see this big crevice here? That's a fireplace, and it is a freaking whopper of a bloody fireplace, right?
Hey, can I stand in the fireplace for
You can, because it's that big.
for
Size comparison.
size comparison?
Yeah.
I'm a full-grown man.
Full-grown boy.
Yep,
This
it
is
is
a
sad. Yep,
big-ass
definitely.
fireplace.
The reason it's so big was this was like pretty much the Great Hall here. It is split off these days with a wall, but you know, back in the day there wasn't these walls. That's why this fireplace is so massive, because it would have to heat this whole area. Even the roof wasn't there. But
Rich.
rich. I mean, it's castle. The wealthy were here, right?
Are you rich? They'd have to be if they're in a castle.
The ghost story, Lady Jean Douglas, is related to this window, and Rich ties into the ghost story because her lover was not wealthy enough to be accepted by her parents, who were noble people, right?
So they were like, you're not allowed to marry her. You're not allowed to marry him. He's like a pleb. What's the word?
Peasant?
Peasant.
More or less, but you know, her ghost story gets even more tragic because she died at this window when her
Amen
lover
to that. I
returned,
shouldn't have to,
finally
no.
was able to come to the castle and see her. She was waiting at this window, and when you stand at this window, you can actually see the archway that enters into the property. As he sort of rode on his horse or whatever through that archway, saw her, did not recognize her. The reason he didn't recognize her was because she had fallen very ill. Looked very, very different, sickly. That broke her heart and she died. And some people say she died here, at the window.
So died of a broken heart, perhaps. I'm getting Estes vibes, or Seer maybe. This chair, definitely. Cool. I mean, it's sad, but I mean, it's cool. Oh, and there's like all these secret doors all over the property, by the way. I don't know what's in here, but it's locked. But there are lots of secret rooms.
So, Jean, if you are here, I'm not sure if you are, but if you are, please feel free to communicate with us.
right,
We'd love
yep.
to interact with you tonight. I know that a lot of people have seen a lady here. I'm not quite sure if that's you or somebody else, but if we could have a name to confirm. We're very friendly people. My name's Amy. This is Jared.
Is the ghost of Jean like one of those ghosts that doesn't like men? You know what I mean? Like, because of the story?
I've heard that she has a disdain towards hearing people sort of enjoy themselves. So maybe it's like you're in your own depression, you can't savor anyone else's joy because you have your own sadness that's all consuming. Maybe something like that. And girl, like, I feel for you.
Can I show them this secret door? Alright, sorry. Well, I mean, I know you can see a handle, so it's not that secret. But behind here is one of the best bathrooms I've ever used, ever. So I know it doesn't look like much, it's just a toilet. But outside this window is a view of just mountains and a river and stuff. It is amazing. But it's night time, so you can't see it.
Now we're heading up to the next floor. This is actually our sleeping quarters, and it's where Mary, Queen of Scots, stayed as well. This is our bedroom for tonight. How cool. So this is fit for a king or queen.
Slay Queen.
And it's really cool. I did have an experience in here today as well. Just gonna throw that out there, and I really want to tell you guys about it. Happened in that next room over here. So I was standing about here, We were talking to our guide who led us into the building and was just showing us around how to lock up things like that. Just having a chat, and corner of my eye moment, something caught my attention in here. And I want to say I saw a woman, but that's not fully true because it was like so partial, if that makes sense. So just through here, this is actually the bedroom. You see the bed behind us? Essentially what I saw was something move across the room from probably where I am here, past the doorway where I was. And it looked like, I want to say mist, so it was white and semi-transparent. If I had to describe what I think it was to you guys, I would say picture if I was wearing a long white flowy dress, maybe a gown or something, just sighting sort of the bottom of the dress, like...
Yes, Michelle, unfortunately that's the only way. Yep. That's right. It's sad, isn't it?
I don't know, flitting
Like glide
flitting
across the
by.
room. And we were
Yeah,
just
like
standing out
gliding.
there, so Amy would have seen it through this door.
No,
and it
I
came
haven't,
from behind this
thankfully.
curtain, right?
It wasn't so much behind the curtain, it was like through this door. Like I saw it start about here, I guess, and it was making its way this way.
Shall we reveal what's behind the curtain?
Leave a comment. What is behind the curtain? Are you ready for the reveal?
Time's up. Who guessed? A bathroom.
Best toilet ever. Best toilet in the house.
Because again, and we're a floor high now, it also has a view of like the mountains and
Yes,
the river.
they
It's
did,
amazing.
yeah.
As far as ghost stories go, I don't know that Mary Queen of Scots would haunt this castle. She's not said to, but I was told
Yep.
that a lady in the 1600s did pass away in this room whilst giving birth.
Before we go upstairs, I also want to show you another secret room right here. If I pull on this, me and Amy's kitchen for breakfast in the morning.
I love how it's just hidden in this little closet. We're now moving up to the last level of the castle, and this one is pretty cool.
I am exhausted. We've climbed so many stairs tonight. We've gone up and down this building like 5 times.
Yes, he has.
But we are on the top now.
thankfully.
We are on the top, so this is it.
Yeah.
Any ghosts up here?
What is it used for now? Like a weird, like a sitting room or something, or a museum or something?
Don't know about specifics. Allegedly, a psychic has sighted people all throughout the castle, including a woman who was seen up here somewhere sort of washing something in like a basin or something. So whether that was a residual sighting or something intelligent, I'm not sure. There are some cannons here, or cannonball, and
Oh, thank
musket
you.
bullets,
Glad you like it.
bullets. Yeah, a third of
Wendy?
this place has been destroyed because cannon fire, you know, it's pretty close to the border of Scotland and England, so a lot of battles went on, sieges sort of things.
That would explain the ruined buildings like just outside, like near the archway.
Yes, these bad boys blasted through that.
21st of February.
Up here's kind of interesting because there's 2 sides that lead out to the roof, this side, and then there's another way over here. We were up here doing the Patreon YouTube member walkthrough, and when we came up here I was like, oh, I'm going to take them out this door to this side.
Yeah,
And as we got up here,
21st of
we went
February.
to go out the door, Ghost Tube said, other side. So we're like, okay, I hear you. To the other side.
And it was like a cheeky kid's voice as well that came through.
Other side.
Other side.
Oh, other side, okay.
Go to the other side. Okay, so there's a balcony here, but there's also a balcony on the other side.
Oh,
That was a child.
I won't
Should we
be
go to
saying the
other
year
side
on
then?
the live. That's
Yeah.
my full date
I
of
don't
birth.
know how much of this
No.
you guys are going to be able to see
Sorry,
during
Wendy.
because it's
I'll
night time
message
now.
you a
but
messenger,
The
okay?
views are spectacular. Our patrons already got a sneak peek. Uh-oh.
Elizabeth.
That was creepy. Elizabeth.
Why are you here?
Oh, so.
My name's Amy, this is Jared, and we're just here to talk to you. I don't know why. I
Yeah,
feel like they're
yeah.
not saying that their name is Elizabeth. I think they thought I was Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, why are you here?
Yeah,
Maybe you remind them of someone?
maybe. I'm not Elizabeth. I've come a very long way, though, to be here and to talk to anyone that might be here. Can I have your name? Okay, let me get out on the So we're on the roof now, guys, by the way.
Hope we're not locked out here.
Yeah, imagine we just get locked out here. We just have to spend the night. I think we're in the fog as well, Jared.
So we're on the very, very roof. That's a spotlight and our car's parked down there somewhere. Crazy. We're very...
I will just say one thing. I mean, I know that you feel safe sharing that information here, but that's your full date of birth. I'll just be a little careful because you just don't know what people could find out. But yeah, up to you.
high up.
Yeah, I feel like I can see fog around you. I'd really love to know who's up here. Someone's spoken to us a few times now. Can you tell me who Elizabeth is?
Oh, okay, cool.
I feel like that voice as well was the same voice we got
Now,
during the
just for
Patreon
the-
YouTube members walkthrough when it told
The
us.
safety of you two lovely people, I am going to remove the comment. It's not because you've left something wrong, it's just that that's full date of births and it's a bit, yeah, it's a public forum, anyone could see that. But thank you for sharing that with me. But yeah, I'm going to remove that just for your safety, that's all. Okay, but thank you for sharing that. You've done nothing wrong, it's just, yeah, it's a public forum and I get a bit
It's a
iffy
peace
about
going.
those
Yeah.
sort of
It's the
things.
same voice.
Why are you here as well? Like,
Why
Just
are you
know
here,
that,
Elizabeth?
okay? You've done
Oh, it's
absolutely... Well, Wendy's removed your
The response
date
of
birth. I was
Elizabeth
just
is
about to,
interesting,
but
as in
yeah.
this moment I felt as though I had been mistaken for someone else, which was also followed up with a question, wondering why Elizabeth was at the castle. We're not sure who Elizabeth could have been or if this is even relevant, but it is curious to consider the links of this castle with Mary Queen of Scots, who was ultimately executed by her cousin, Queen Elizabeth.
Might not be...
Yeah, so you did nothing wrong. It's just that, you know, your full date of birth was there and I was a little iffy about that because you just don't know who's watching. Yeah, especially at the moment with what's going on.
paranormal, but this door is unlocked. You might not remember, but I said, let's make sure we lock these properly because I don't want bats to come in
yeah, you did.
when we walk through this door
Yeah.
earlier today. It's unlocked currently. Stiff, but it's unlocked.
Yeah, a bat ain't getting in there.
And you guys are my witness, I'm going to lock it properly now.
I
That is
mean,
locked.
it's probably obvious when I was
What a
born,
hand
but
lady.
yeah, I'm just not going to say it online.
Like singing or talking.
Whimpering. Or was that
Yeah.
you closing the door?
Listen. That is locked. That is locked.
Is someone here?
Hannah
You
has
can talk
hurt
to us.
her
Use this,
knee, so
please.
she's resting up. Yeah.
Without further response, we now made our way back downstairs to attempt to reach out to the best-known ghost of Needpath Castle, Lady Jean. Here, we set up to reach out next to the window she is said to have passed away to perform an SD session. This saw Jared wear noise-cancelling headphones while listening to a spirit box and relaying anything he heard come through, while I asked questions he could not hear. Additionally, instead of being blindfolded, which is typical for this experiment, Jared would wear ghost tube lens to enter a virtual environment where he could digitally scry white noise, which we believe helps to induce a trance-like state and facilitate the best communication possible. We've also got links below if you'd like to try ghost tube lens out for yourself, but let's get into the investigation.
Okay.
And Jared is under. Hello, if there's, anyone around, love for you to walk up to this table where that ball is flashing. Where those balls are flashing. Multiple balls. Maybe
Yeah, Autospell, our best friend. Oh dear, I hate Autospell with passion.
you can talk to that man there. Can you go up and say hello, tell him your name maybe? We won't hurt you. My name's Amy and his name is Jared. Thank you for lighting those balls up. There's also a few other ways to communicate with me. I've got some pretty lights on this table out here. That just shows me that you're here, you're around.
It is.
Yes. Are you lighting that ball up? It is.
To sleep.
Sleep. I'm going to sleep here tonight in the castle tonight. Is that okay?
Oh, okay, you're actually here. Okay, alright. I thought that you, might be resting up with your knee. That's alright, all good. Yeah. Okay. Okay, all good.
The task.
What is your task? Can you tell me who's here? I'd love a name.
Please.
Okay, should I use manners? I'm so sorry. My name is Lady Amy. I'm here with...
It's enough.
Okay, I'm sorry. What can you tell me about this castle? It's my first time here to Need Path. What can you tell me
Here.
about it? Yeah, here. I've never...
Yeah, so I mean I'm really enjoying it. I love watching paranormal videos and that, you know. And the reason why I don't do much narrating for it is because I do believe it's a bit rude because they're trying to I don't want to talk over them, and I'm not so great with the pausing and starting, so I don't actually have my mouse. I have to lean forward in order to do that. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying what I'm seeing, definitely. Thanks, Hannah, for the feedback there. I'm still getting used to these reactions, to be honest.
Never been here before.
Higher.
Should I go up? Up there?
Behind.
Behind... So as I said earlier, this used to be like one big room.
Lonely.
I'm so sorry. We're here with you now. Does that help?
He's there.
Where is he? So this is behind me in here. Is he in
The
this?
artifacts.
There are some artifacts upstairs.
Thank you.
Higher.
I'm getting all goosebumps.
Oh.
Crazy goosebumps.
Is there someone here near Jared?
2 meters to him.
You're very close to Jared. Would you have used meters back then? Do you know what?
This is so weird. I'm getting like, there's still goosebumps, like,
Can you touch him on the hand? Just gently.
wait. Or waiting.
I know
Love connect.
Lady Jean was waiting at that window for her lover. I've heard your story and I'm sorry that that happened to you.
He's coming.
Who is?
So what do you like the most about this? Because I just find paranormal everything just so interesting and very fascinating. And we'll see if there's any intelligent responses. There probably will be, no doubt, because the paranormal know how to communicate very well, as I've found out on many investigations I've done myself with Adelaide's Haunted Horizons with a group of lovely people. Number of times.
Tomorrow.
Are you still here waiting for him? Before, when you said behind me, do you mean in this room? I'll just walk.
Cheated?
You feel cheated?
In a minute.
What's going to happen in a minute?
$18
I heard a tap over here.
of the women.
18 women.
18 of the women. What about the women? Who are the women?
The lives were cut. Feel like it was going to say short, but it didn't say it.
Do you like that we can talk to you like this?
It is very fascinating, it really is.
The
Oh.
tripwire fully just turned off, then back on again.
Oh my,
This one's on now though.
that's very pretty.
This was some really strange behaviour from the EMF tripwire. I've never seen it just fully switch itself
me. I'm
off like
leaving
this
the fan
before.
out the
I
way,
know
so I'm
that
gonna
this
have to
device
leave
was
in a
not
moment.
running low on battery, and even if it was, this isn't the typical behaviour to signify it having a low battery. I'm not sure if this could have been paranormal or just a fault with the wire, yet this hasn't happened again since.
Never seen it do that. It was like fully off for a few seconds. Did you come up to this table here next to me?
The kids.
It was interesting how it lit it up like a Christmas tree. All the kids did it. Oh. Yeah, it was interesting how it lit it up like a Christmas tree. It just was all lit up like that. It was very pretty.
And the cat.
The kids and the cat. The children here? Do you have a kitty cat? A pet? Were you playing with these lights for me?
The children.
Can you do that again?
It's me again.
Please stay.
Okay, I'm staying the night. Can I show you this one? This is my favourite one. That will make some noise and light up. It's cool. Fun.
So for those of you who don't know, it's a that is a RAM pod, and when you touch it or put your fingers near it, it makes a noise like she just done. So there's some of you out there that probably don't even know what that is, so I thought I would explain that. They probably will at some point, but in case they don't, there's some information for you.
You can play with it too.
Fingers.
Can you touch Jared's fingers? Alright, that just lit up again. Like I was just asking. Thank you so much.
Yep, like a Christmas tree, it was very pretty.
Jared just flinched like something touched him.
The cup there. Straight.
I didn't see a cup in here.
Oh, I'm getting goosebumps again.
Alright, so I'm just going to leave for a moment. I've
love
just got to fill
this.
up my water bottle.
Can you
I
tell
will be
Jared
right
a
back.
secret?
It's confident.
Worry everybody, there's
You don't have to tell him a secret.
the screen is being recorded.
Here.
How long have you been here? Can you tell me?
It's Jared.
His name is Jared. What's your name?
Was sick.
Can I do
Was old. Why me?
Can I do something for you? If you're sick?
You're sweet.
I try. I like to look after people. I know that you went through a hard time.
It's freezing here.
Old? Or is it because you're sick? I know about your story and your life.
Dizzy.
And I really feel like I'm talking to someone who's sick. Do you want some water? Or something else to drink?
I'm back.
Sit.
I am sitting. You're sitting.
Sit down.
Already sitting. Okay, I'll sit with you.
Seat them all.
Night,
How
Michelle.
many
Have a good
people are
sleep.
here in this
Good
room?
night.
Seat them all. This is like the grand hall, the great hall, right?
Yeah, you can always come back and
there
watch
could
this
be a lot
tomorrow,
of people
Michelle.
in here.
It'll
I'd
be
say Jared's in a
available
trance now.
to watch
Can
again.
you use him to talk to me?
Either he goes.
He has to stay. We need Jared. But you could use him.
Leaves.
Is someone leaving?
He's here.
Who is it? Can you see them through the window? I feel like when it says he's here, it's almost like excited, like the
Oh, shit.
lady can see her
I've gotta
lover
put this
coming
on the
back.
charger.
But is that
Hang on.
just a loop, like replaying that moment? Do you love him?
There we go.
We're talking.
We are. I don't know if people come here and talk to you often. I hope it's okay that I'm doing that. Is there something that you
Let
want?
them. James.
James. Is James your name or somebody else?
Where?
Thank you.
Where do you want me to go?
one thing I just want to call out about that is I went to a little bit of a trance like I do at times, but a few times I felt a twitch like my body sort of getting pushed a little bit out of the seat or something. I didn't say it when it happened, but it was just like a couple of times I twitched. Will say 100%, like one thing I do want to call out is like maybe a theory. Me and Amy hit the gym like for some stupid reason yesterday and we were both really sore and my muscles have been twitching like crazy. But I felt like it was my bum getting pushed out of the seat or something.
I seen you move a few times. It looked like, you'd been grabbed, maybe.
Having now pulled out as much as we could from our ST session, we decided to head downstairs to the dungeon and form a prison of the castle to continue investigating.
Jared and I just had a little fight, because he does not want to do Jared's Circle of Doom. So I told him to stop being such a baby. I'm just going to go do it myself.
We've already set it up. That's right. Amy's Circle of Doom. Dun dun dun. All right, Amy, off you go.
Oh, God. Come on, ghostsies.
Amy's going to put on the Lucid headphones so she can... all the sounds in this room will be amplified, so she's going to hear everything. Almost like a live EVP session. I'm going to run Ghost 2 just to see what we get.
That's
I
right.
would love for someone to come and talk to me. Come and just say something real loud.
We've got an SLS camera down there as well.
Yep.
Oh, I just heard a noise come down here from...
Oh, that is so loud.
I heard a noise come down from where the SLS camera is as well, just now. Who was with us in this hallway before?
Dude, the tripwire went off as well.
Someone is toying with us down here.
You know what? If you talk to me as well, it's very likely I can hear you right now.
It just said trapped,
Oh my God.
and it was like a whispering sound.
Yeah, I heard it very well, very clear. I'm so sorry. You're trapped down here. How long have you been here? Do you know?
Can you tell me, there was some people talking to us in this hallway earlier. Can you tell us how many people were down here?
My name is Amy and the guy out there, his name is Jared. Who are you?
Can you go up to the lady that's sitting in there and touch her maybe?
Yep, that's right. Obviously.
Stuck. Trapped and stuck. You know what's crazy? I mean, obviously those two words are relevant, but I feel like down here is where we got most of the words earlier during both our walkthrough and our Patreon and YouTube members only walkthrough. So I feel like there's something about this dungeon basement area.
They've all felt relevant as well. Trapped, stuck.
I want a name though. Can you tell us who's been talking to us down here or who's been following us around tonight? What's your vibe in that room?
Well, I feel a bit sad hearing those responses. I know that people did something wrong to get put in here, but I also know that a lot of people who were put in here was for things like petty theft.
Right.
And some people weren't very old that got put in here. So that makes me sad.
yes,
and
I know.
possibly to
Yeah.
think that they're still here. Like, this was a prison in the 1600s. That's a long, long time ago. A long time to be trapped or stuck here.
Right.
I also feel cold and like a bit... It feels like there's someone in here. I don't know.
Can you go up and touch the devices? You may have been touching them before, you're making them light up, but that just lets us know that you're here and lets us know that you can understand what we're saying. I swear I had a corner of my eye, like, in the darkness, like something move in that room with you just then.
Yes, I do. I do know someone there. They're actually one of my mods. George. Yep. I do know someone who I can call if there's any trouble. Yes, definitely.
I feel like there's someone else in here. You know when you just got that feeling that someone's in your space?
Yeah.
I have it.
Yeah, I feel like I just saw in the blackness, like, a movement of some kind.
Were you just clicking?
Hunger. Hunger just came through.
Hunger?
Hunger.
Okay, if you're hungry, I can bring you food.
Actually, yeah, we can. We've got some snacks in our room.
I will bring you some nice food. If you do something for me, I'd like you to come up to any of these lights maybe you can talk to us some more. Maybe you remember my name.
Yeah, he'd be able to help me, definitely.
Elizabeth.
I'm
Elizabeth!
sure, yeah, somehow.
Oh my god!
That's not your name, but that's the name that
I
is said on the roof.
I told you before. I really feel like it was like for me, but I was mistaken for someone.
Do you think she looks like somebody? Who does she look... Well, I was about to say who does she look like, but you just told us, I guess. Does she remind you of someone called Elizabeth? Does she remind you of someone called Elizabeth? It just lit up.
Oh my god.
Someone's entering the circle of doom with you, Amy.
Thank you. You can come in with me. My name isn't Elizabeth. I might look like somebody else, but that's not me. I'm sorry.
Can you give us a sign that you want us to bring that chocolate down?
Trapped.
Trapped. Said that. Trapped again.
Can you not go upstairs? Is that something you can try? I know it wasn't always here, but there's a doorway to this room now.
Yes, he does
And a
work,
little
yes,
staircase.
but he'll be
Leave the
able to
circle.
help,
We
yes,
can guide you.
definitely.
Upstairs.
Yep.
Here, we decided to swap things up to see if we could get more or different interactions with Jared inside the Circle of Doom.
So Jared had a change of heart, braving the circle of doom. How's it feel? Melt.
I just got goosebumps too.
That's creepy.
You know what you can hear on these headphones?
What?
The river.
Yeah. I could hear running water as
You can hear
well.
the river, yeah.
Can you go up to the man in the corner where I was sitting before? Can you light something up for him? If not, maybe you can talk to me out here. Who's talking to me before? The person who wants to talk to Elizabeth.
Yeah, he was going to drive me around, but he can't due to work commitments now, so I understand that. That's fine. Work commitments come up, and that's just perfectly normal there. Yep, I understand.
Elizabeth, or who thinks that I'm Elizabeth.
Yeah, that was so weird. It's like someone thinks you're...
Yeah, it is spooky.
I know
Yes,
there's, like,
definitely.
Scots and Elizabeth and all that, but surely they're not mistaking you for Queen Elizabeth.
It's because I've got a very pale face.
Amy does have English heritage, FYI.
I don't think I got any royal in me though.
No, you're one of the peasants.
Yeah, maybe a bit of peasant, but I don't think there's any royal.
Since we had swapped positions, it truly felt as though the dungeon had gone quiet, with no further responses through Ghost Tube or any of our other equipment. So we decided to head upstairs and continue to investigate, as it felt like we'd earlier been instructed to do this. We made our way up to the Mary Queen of Scots room, where I'd earlier seen something in the day, and decided to roll Ghost Tube Seer, which can generate images based off of environmental readings and AI. But we'd do this with Jared entering the sensory deprived virtual environment that Ghost Tube Lens provides, which can be thought of as digital scrying. And right as we began to set up, we documented some REM pod activity.
This is going off as well. Haven't even started yet, guys. Just setting up and REM pod's going off.
I am, don't you worry.
Cool. Thank you. So to tap over there.
Recording.
Yep.
Ooh, getting an image. Recording.
Does I have to do that every time?
I'm seeing maybe like white bed sheets.
Okay.
White sheets, maybe there's some red ribbon or
Interesting
like
image
red
there.
things draped. I'm not going to say it's blood. I don't think it is. It looks like red drapes in amongst the bed sheets or something, or red decor. Like,
Okay, so my name's Amy and this is Jared, if you haven't picked up on that already. We are staying in Needpuff Castle tonight. Thank you for having us. I'm calling out to the lady of this room, I feel like I saw a woman's dress earlier, and I would dearly love to talk to that person. Maybe you can communicate with us if you step up to the table. We have a couple of red lights on the table. They can't hurt you if you just go towards them. Maybe they'll light up.
At first I thought I was seeing a couple of photo frames on it, but I actually think I'm seeing a gravestone with, I'm seeing like a rock with like a carving in the rock of like maybe a hooded woman or a hooded person or something.
Okay.
I was going to say gravestone, but it actually doesn't look like a typical gravestone. It looks like a rock with like a carving in it.
I mean, this live stream's quite interesting so far. It definitely is. I mean, I'm really enjoying it. That's for sure. Yes. Mm-hmm. Don't you worry, I'm watching.
It's been carved to look like maybe a Virgin Mary or something, I don't know, a hooded woman.
We're not quite sure what exactly this image was trying to depict, but some further research on the surrounding area of Needpath Castle has revealed that there are a number of old cairns, as well as ancient stones and standing stones in the vicinity, and I do wonder if this could be related or significant to any of those.
Thank you for trying to work out how this works and show us something. Maybe you can show us what you look like. I feel like I saw part of a dress earlier today. Maybe you can show me your dress, what you're wearing.
We have a team of people watching, so it's all good.
I feel fine over here.
Seeing a little fireplace and a little chest of drawers. It doesn't look like the furniture in here though.
We are right
There's maybe
near the fireplace though.
Yeah, I mean, it could be the eye interpreting the fireplace. It doesn't look like this fireplace, but there's a fireplace. Maybe a blanket on the floor in front of the fire, or a rug.
It's also a rug right in front of the fire.
This is like a black rug, though. I don't think it looks like the decor of this room, because this, what I'm seeing is very bright and white.
Here's the thing, though. If the AI is fed certain, let's say, data, it could interpret it, and like perhaps the spirit is trying to show a certain picture, but the AI interprets it in a different way, if that makes sense.
If it received the word fireplace and chest of drawers,
I deleted that one. Yeah.
it's like that might be the AI's way of drawing that.
Whereas if it was a different device, let's say an Ovilus or GhostTube Original, and it said fireplace, that's a lot more straightforward. This is like much more open to interpretation. Thank you for showing us that image. I don't know if you're trying to show us something particularly in this room. Is there something else that you can show us that's a bit more specific? We also have these red lights on the table if you wanted to step up there.
What was that?
Yeah.
That was a noise directly behind you.
There's
Just
also
full ringing
a
in my ear as well.
video currently premiering of one of my videos I filmed, so just letting people know that currently at the moment there's a video that I pre-recorded earlier today premiering at the moment, or should have started to premiere, just so then you know.
So I would say that came from like there.
Oh, red curtains, red velvet curtains.
Okay.
I'm seeing red velvet curtains right now,
Anything else?
hanging around some windows, but and the windows have like, like not bars, but like the crosshatch, vertical and horizontal, like
Exactly like the windows in here.
Do they have that?
Yeah.
So like like a white crosshatch.
I already have a PlayStation 5 and they're really good actually. I love them. I play games on it quite a bit. Spyro, Crash Bandicoot, just to name a few.
And then there's like red velvet curtains around them. That's what I'm seeing. That actually gave me vibes of this place.
even if the curtains aren't the same colour as they are now, perhaps, you know, back in the day they were
it's
that
really
colour.
good.
You said red as well?
Yeah, red.
This image was kind of interesting, given that I had just asked for something more specific to be shown from within the castle. Additionally, it almost ties into the castle's most famous ghost.
Not yet. No, not yet. But I am going to get that game, yes. This year for Christmas for myself. Yep. Definitely.
Story of Lady Jean waiting by the window.
I'm gonna be real with you guys as well. I feel jet lag is
Yeah.
f***ing me up right now.
Normally I'm like hell active in these.
I don't think so, because games have copyright. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like, they are copyrighted, seriously. I suppose everything's copyrighted, but with games, there's more legal stuff that's involved with it.
See, so I feel like I'm like maybe falling asleep. Yeah, we've got no sleep under our
Okay.
belts.
Right.
Oh my god.
And then
I'll
there's
check
a
the
image coming
laws
up.
for... Hang on a minute. I'll check the laws for Australia first, and then I'll see. Because each state has different rules. So I'll check that, and then we'll see. We'll see.
Thank you. That woke me up.
I don't quite know what I'm looking at. These white stairs, but they're leading to like these white doors. I'm just trying to work out if this looks like anything I've seen in this building. The white doors, like the way I can describe it is, you know, those old white doors that've got like the fake wooden frames in the middle of them, like, you know, like that style. So we've got like 3 doors next to each other, 3 or 4.
Okay,
So
well,
maybe all these
So that was
doors
like-
behind Jarrett. That's where that noise came from as well.
I'll give it a try, see how things go then when I get it.
I think the lights just flickered. Can you mess with the light again?
What was that? I heard a noise over there.
Yeah, there was a tap over there somewhere.
This moment was pretty cool. First we received REM pod activity, followed by an image that almost looked like wooden doors within this room, which is quite cool to compare. Adding to this, the random flicker of the lamp and then a noise. Things felt like they might be going somewhere.
Okay, REM
Is that
pod.
you?
No, REM pod went off again. Thank you.
If you're
I actually find it quite interesting, you know, the RAM pod and all these different equipments that they have. I really do. Yeah, I find it very interesting that all this equipment can be used as a way to communicate with spirits. I do find it quite interesting, and it is good. Yeah, definitely.
sitting here with us at this table, can you show me who we're speaking with or what you look like?
What the
dear.
heck?
Oh, it's like
I
like
heard
a
a
Christmas
noise
tree.
behind you. Also, then that happens.
Oh boy.
Sounds like Morse code or
It's getting
something.
real now.
Thank you so much.
Now that you're here, can you show us now what you look like? You've got our attention now.
We can see you now that you're here. Can you show this man something?
Yeah, I'm seeing something. It's a face, someone holding their eye, or they're covering their face. It does, I do get the feeling it's a woman, but it could be a man or a child. It's hard to say because it's a bit blurred, but they're covering their face.
Thanks
Now
for
it doesn't look
pushing
like
the
they're
heart
smiling.
button.
Looks like
Thank
they're sad
you.
and crying.
You're awesome.
Sad.
Rubbing their eye, yeah. It was just like,
I can see the
boom,
heart.
and then it all started happening, you know?
Yeah. The noise, the REM pod, the image.
It's a left now.
Yeah, that was weird. Very weird. Those noises were directly behind you as well.
Here, the Mary Queen of Scots room seemed to fall silent, so we made our way back upstairs to where it appeared someone had earlier mistaken me for an Elizabeth.
Okay, so I'm rolling on Ghosted Box. Now, if there's anyone that can hear my voice, my name is Elizabeth, and I want you to come up and talk to me if you can. Do you have anything to say to me, Elizabeth?
Here, we each reached out for quite some time, but received no responses at all, which sometimes happens. So we decided to retreat back to the bedroom and get a few hours of sleep in before dawn broke. But we of course rigged up some static night vision cameras to monitor for further activity.
So what's been your favourite part of this stream so far? The RAM pod going off, like seriously, what has been your favourite part? For me it's when the lights lit up like a Christmas tree, that was really pretty. But what's your interest point? Let me know. Oh, there was a tap on the camera. I think that's what that was.
The remainder of our time at Nearpath Castle had been exceptionally quiet, but all round had quite a good night, especially considering how jet-lagged we both were. We had picked up some strange noises, REM pod activity, I had sighted something during broad daylight within the bedroom, and we'd had some responses seemingly mistaking me for someone else. This was a truly beautiful and epic location to have the privilege of investigating, and if you enjoyed watching it, please make sure to like, comment, definitely subscribe, and turn on all notifications for this channel, as we're gearing up to take you to some of the darkest, scariest, and most evil places on the planet. Starting with our next video at an eerie location in Northern Ireland, where we had some of our most intelligent activity to date. You won't want to miss our paranormal investigation of the Dark Hedges.
Yeah, so that was a really, really good video. I'm gonna see, I wanna find the Australian ones now. Straight like the ones they do in Australia. That would be really cool to watch. So this is, let's see, Australia. In particular, Old Talem Town, because that is very creepy. Old Talem Town. Oops. Let's do that.
It is very unnerving in there at night.
What the frick is that right behind you, Jared?
What the hell?
I've actually seen a full figure looking at me.
What's that?
Paranormal music box is going off by itself.
Is there someone behind me? Just one noise so that we know you're here.
That's the doorway where there's been figures seen, right?
Hi Crypt Keepers, thank you for tuning into Amy's Crypt. Tonight, to kick off my October-long special leading up to a very incredible investigation for Halloween, I'm going to take you guys around a very old, very creepy ghost town here in Australia to investigate the paranormal claims. Before we get into things, I do just want to thank my friends over at Adelaide Haunted Horizons for getting me access to this place. I actually have it all to myself to investigate tonight. If you guys are interested in this place and want to check it out for yourself, I'm linking their website below so you can buy tickets to come here and investigate or do a ghost tour and really experience Old Talem Town for yourself. But I think I've talked enough, let's get into it. Old Talem Town is Australia's largest pioneer village, dating back to 1982.
It was built to represent the lives of South Australia's early settlers, starting from the mid-1800s. Many of the buildings contained on the property are original, yet have been transported from different locations. Majority of these structures are over 100 years old and have their own dark histories or stories to tell. They include an old church, school, theatre, homes, and stores. Adding to this, each of these buildings have been filled with antiques and collectibles, all of which could potentially hold their own energies or attachments. Multiple deaths that are known to have occurred on the property only seem to add to what already could be described as a perfect storm for potential paranormal activity. Tonight, we shall investigate many of the most haunted areas of Old Salem Town. We will attempt to communicate with dark spirits that many people have claimed to sight, hear, and feel the presence of.
Yep, I've actually been and investigated there, and I have to say it's very creepy.
Guys, we've got a church, we've got a school here. These are all old original buildings, although they weren't originally on this land. They've been transported here and either rebuilt or transported intact. There's so much history here and there's so much to explore. Like, I'm living for this place. Guys, one thing that I'm heaps excited about is this. It's an old little cinema. And a lot of you might not even know this, but I actually worked in cinema for a long, long time. It's actually how I met Jared. We both used to work in cinema. Oh my god, that's crazy. I can't see a thing, but I know there's like a person here. Right behind you, Jared.
Oh, Jesus.
So this is like a Reggie Ditch cinema. It actually has an old film projector. We can't get in there to have a look at it, but we were excited to because we've both been projectionists in the past ourselves, both traditional film and digital, which is like the new way of things. But this is so cute. I love this. Guys, I'm about to take you into one of the supposedly haunted hotspots here. Now this one's actually called a hotel, but I was just told that supposedly it was somebody's house and there's supposed to be a bit of activity in here. I think down this end mostly. Yeah, look, this is like a full-on bedroom.
So I will say this, I've actually done an investigation at Old Salem Town. They do private investigations where they have a group of up to 8 people. It can be more, but 8 is the preferred number. And one of the nights I was there, I was actually pushed against a wall. It was very creepy. and it was in the mannequin room. Very interesting place, that mannequin room.
See, like, not only is this place historic for the original building, look at all the stuff in here.
Very interesting indeed.
It really has that old, kind of musty smell, but almost as if someone's still here. I don't even know if that makes sense. Alright guys, so I'm just stepping into the Emporium here in Old Salem Town. This place is seriously unsettling. Like, just look around. And I don't think I need to explain why this is unsettling for me. But this is also supposedly one of the more active and haunted locations. So we'll go into that. Oh my god.
This is the very room I'm talking about. And it has mannequins. And if you're in there and it's dark and you see all these, you know, just there, you see these, oh, it's a really creepy room. Oh my god, going into there makes all my hairs go up. Seriously, it is a very, very creepy room. Not just because of the mannequins, just because of what can happen in those areas. It's just, Yep, I don't like going in that room.
This is just like Jigsaw, man. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. And you actually cannot tell if these are mannequins or just people standing down there. So I don't know what this is gonna be like in the dead of night.
That's why it's creepy.
And just lastly, before we move on, what the frick is that? Any guesses? Leave them in the comments, please.
It's a creepy
In this
doll,
next
that's what
clip,
it is.
Jared
Oh,
explores the
God.
Emporium solo
Really
to
creepy.
collect some footage. Please note that he was completely alone in this room, which also has no air movement.
That is weird.
And I can actually vouch for that. There is no circulation in that room. It is very, very much a airtight area. There's not very much air that comes into there. So for things to move in there, it's highly likely that it's paranormal because there's no wind. It is very much an airtight area. I've actually been in there. I've investigated in there. I will say there's not much airflow at all. Just letting you know.
What the hell? Hello? These mannequins are creeping me out.
Yeah, Jared, that's the one thing that creeps me out about there. Oh
Out of
my
it.
God.
Alright guys, so this is the church. I love this building. I just think it looks absolutely magnificent and so creepy. But apparently a lot of different things have happened in the church, so I'm really interested to get in there tonight. Another cool thing though is we have all these tombstones and they're not actually representing graves that are here. They were moved from a different cemetery. You know, the land was being reclaimed, so these tombstones were saved and brought here. They're all from the 1800s, I think, so it's pretty cool.
To the cute, pretty little Tweety birds. How cute.
Can I do it? School is in session. Oh, that was a bit weak. This is how school bells used to be, guys. Oh, stop. Alright guys, I am joined here by Alison from Adelaide Haunted Horizons, and you guys are going to be seeing a lot of Alison on my channel all October long. She's helping me live some really awesome locations this month, and we're starting out at Old Tailem Town. Do you want to just give everyone a run through of the history of this place and what it is?
Well, it's not a real town to start with, which is why the first question we always get asked, why would it be haunted? It's a recreated village, but it's been recreated by real buildings, authentic buildings, because the owner didn't want to build this village to look new, or old, shall I say. He wanted it to be authentic. So he'd go out and buy some old buildings dating back to 1890, some of them. So I think the oldest one here is 1885. They're genuine buildings. They're real buildings, and the question is, if you've got a ghost in a house and you move that house, do the ghosts just stand there and go, where did my home go? Or does the ghost come with the walls? So, and we think that's what's happened here. It's also got a lot of history to the land as well. I know of about 7 deaths on this land, and there was probably many more in the old days.
And just having our general walkthrough just now, we noticed there are a lot of antiques and old pieces of memorabilia.
Yes.
Do you think any of them might have spiritual
Well, it's
connection?
interesting you should ask that, because as a paranormal team, we got called out to 4 cases where somebody been down to an antique shop, bought something old. One of them was an old wedding ring, brought it home, and then suddenly they had weird things happening. And it didn't stop happening until she got rid of the wedding ring. So yeah, the question is, can energy cling to objects that it was attached to in life? This place, the buildings came as shells, but these buildings are absolutely chock-a-block full of antiques, and we don't know the history behind these antiques because they get dropped at the gate. He buys them at auction, they get donated, so we don't know.
What are the most interesting places to you from a haunting perspective here?
Definitely the church, the Wolseley Church. That's what brought us here. Even before we came as a paranormal team, the Wolseley Church had hit the media. In fact, Hamish and Andy, the DJs,
yes.
when they did their Caravan of Courage across South Australia, they also knew about the church and went to the church to look for the ghosts there. So it was well known long before we came up. However, there is about 115, maybe 117 now buildings. So when we came up as a paranormal team, obviously we looked at a lot more. It isn't just the church. We have the Emporium, we have the hotel, the theatre. It seems whatever it is can be anywhere in the village.
What is your favourite? Do you have a specific place that you're like, yeah, that's really scary, so I love it?
Yeah, exactly. And that's a good way of putting it. It's not what's my favourite, it's the one I hate the most. And I love it because I hate it so much, and that would be the Emporium.
Yeah, I agree,
rather go
Alison.
to the church and unpack on my own and clear up at the end of the night than go into the Emporium on my own. The Emporium actually does it is very unnerving in the night.
I totally agree.
I've had mannequins thrown across the room. When I've been in there on my own, you don't want to know what that feels like.
Well, cross our fingers, maybe tonight we will find out. But how can people come and experience paranormal investigation or a ghost tour here?
Yeah, just get in touch with us either through Facebook or through our website. They can either do a 2-hour ghost tour, or they can do a 4-hour ghost tour and then an investigation. And you even get to see 20 minutes of footage if you do the investigation of all the creepy things we've had happen in the church that you won't see online.
So that's a bonus. Definitely do it. I'm going to leave all of your social media and the website down below. So if you guys want to come and experience this place at night, like all the ghostly things, then definitely go check them out. Thanks, Alison.
That's right.
Yeah, let's go investigate.
Let's go look for ghosts.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we totally chased our interview right here with this beautiful bride who's directly out of a horror movie.
Yes, very much so. Oh dear. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Ooh. Is there a bat in here? Ooh.
Probably.
Very
I
creepy.
am currently standing inside of the old church here in Taylor Town, and man, this place is creepy inside. Alison's here with us. What kind of stuff happens in here? Like, what goes on in this church?
This is one of our most active buildings in the whole place. We've had everything from people being touched. I've actually seen a full figure in here. I was giving a tour one night and I watched it come through that door. 2 of us saw it, we all heard it, went into the back corner there. I'm not concerned at all because I thought that it was just one of my guys coming back in. Yeah, like calling out to him, going, that's just you, isn't it? No answer, got the torch, nobody there. And that's when I got very excited. Full on, watched it full on walking in that church as I was watching it. So yeah, we get figures in here. We've had the figure of a small child, people saying that they've seen a small child just standing in the doorway there. And we had a very strange experience in the church where this lady took on the persona of a small child, which we didn't know about, and it led us to a story of a child that drowned on the property in 1918.
Oh,
And it
that's
happened
really
to be
sad.
that
I didn't
day
know that.
that he died, that she went really strange.
Yeah. So I think we might reach out in here and see what happens. Alright guys, so we're just setting up a couple of pieces. Alright, so paranormal music box is going off by itself. If there's someone there, can you step away for a moment?
I will say this, if you're in the complete darkness and all of a sudden you hear that really creepy music, yeah, your hairs start to go up a little bit. Just saying.
Students. There is a school next door. Okay, this is weird.
This is
So the paranormal music box, the thing that you can hear going off, has a motion sensor on the front of it. And for that to be playing that tune, something needs to be there in front of it. If there's someone here, do you want to set that thing off again? I think it sounds really good.
Ian, do you like playing with it? Shouldn't have gone off like that.
Still
Never
here,
had it
George?
just go.
Yeah, it's really
But
odd.
it's really fascinating, isn't it?
Which?
I love these videos.
Oh, is that
Oh, now the
a
RAM
grandpa in
pod's
there?
going off.
There's two things going off now.
Oh, in this area.
That's the doorway where you said there's been figures seen, right?
Yeah, that's where the Charles Manley thing. Thank you.
Can you make that go off again if you are a child? Is that you, Ian?
I have two bits of equipment from two different triggers now.
Yep. That is one
You don't
very
have to, Ian, if you want to
active
just play with it,
church.
you can. Sorry, we kind of taken
To say that.
Is it because I said the word witch?
I am so happy that music box went off though. That's really, really cool.
Music box and the REM pod, right?
To have two go off is a lot more interesting to me, and in that same location, because the music box is looking into the room where the REM pod is.
Is there someone in the back room? If there is, don't be shy to come on out.
Sorry, those noises are me.
Ian, do you want to come out and play? You people will play with you?
What is the name, Ian? Yeah. Is that the child?
Yeah. The child that we found that died here.
Yeah.
In 1918, which I didn't know until this woman in the church had her experience, which made us look in the old newspapers.
Yeah.
And what we found is in 1918, a young boy, Ian Yench, he actually drowned out in the swamp at the back of the village here. No, it was in 1918. He was 5 years and 9 months old. So, only a young child. So again, there's a lot of death with the property. It's not just
Linked to
the buildings. Everybody goes, well, it's not a village that existed, so why would it be haunted? But there's a lot of history with the property as well, and death.
So we have a couple more gadgets. Like we've got a couple of cat balls. I don't even know where the cat balls
Cat balls on the altar.
are. They're
I've
centered around.
also put a cat ball on the obelisk.
Okay,
Because if a child
cool.
goes with a cat ball, the obelisk should go.
It should sense it. That's clever. And then we've got a K2 all lonely down there.
Who's watching? I'd love
I
to
will
say
hear.
hello
So if
to
something
you.
comes from pretty much any direction, we got it covered, guys.
I don't think you've got enough down there.
There's one little lonely
In the back corner, and in this area down here is quite active as well, so I am going to put
That's good. So Alison said that they've seen a dark figure come in from the back before. So it will be interesting. Maybe it will come in when our attention's all up this side or something. So those little flashing balls are pretty much also motion sensors. So they need to be physically moved to light up. Alright guys, so now we're just going to reach out and just see if anything continues happening. So the small child that, is supposed to hang around here is called Ian. So Ian, if you are here, oh, that's so creepy. Pray.
Right, well, that's quite
Oh.
a church. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's very relevant. What should I pray for? Can you tell me, did you make that word come up just now?
If we pray, will you come out? We can pray.
Yeah, no reply.
Stuff. Pray about stuff.
Does anybody know any prayers? Our Father, which art in heaven,
Your kingdom.
Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Hallow this day our daily bread, forgive us our sins. I can't remember the words, it's probably all back.
That was pretty good. Your memory's better than mine.
Forgive us our sins. Something about trespass against us. Forgive us our sins and those that trespass against us. Never and ever. Amen. I probably said that really badly, but I prayed. Is that all right? Will you show yourself now? Did that pass the test? It's been a long time since I prayed. I'm surprised I don't get hit by bolts of lightning. Amen. Amen.
I don't know anything else.
Maybe tense in here tonight. If you're not, you have full permission to come into this church. You're outside.
So I'm just going to test that this ghost music box is working. There it goes. Still working.
Did you see how that music just played? Could you do that? Walter details remember just came through the office. Seems a little bit random, but we also just lowered the paranormal music box from the top of the piano down to the floor because with a child and it's, you know, easier for them to reach or more likely they would walk past it or something. So we'll see if that can maybe go off again. Can you walk out from behind the altar and come towards me? Alright guys, so Alison's just left, just Jared and I in here. When we started out, we seemed to be getting lots of activity and she thought maybe it would be interesting to kind of remove herself and see if anything stirs up when it's just us in here. It's just the first time I've ever been here to investigate Old Tailem Town, so I mean, maybe like someone new in here will be interesting to them.
Town, it's very interesting. It has a lot of character. Seriously, it does. There's so many spooky things that have happened there, you know. So many spooky things have happened in Old Tailem Town, seriously.
I haven't seen anything go off down this end, so I'm just going to kind of focus on where our equipment has gone off, and it all seems to be in this area. What I really would love and would be super, super compelling for me, if that paranormal music box went off at the same time as the REM pod, which is like in front of it, we would be like, wow, there's really, really something there. So, Ian, it's just us now. I'm always looking for new friends. My name's Amy, and I have my other friend Jared here. If you want to talk or play or communicate with us, all you need to do is go and grab the little wire on top of that red light in the doorway.
The priest is creepy.
That's so creepy. That is really, really scaring me.
Yeah, I'm awake. All good. That mannequin is creepy.
It's also, it's like super cold, but it's, I don't know, I just feel like I'm getting shivers on my legs or something. I'm probably just cold, but this room is creepy. I think it'll be creepier if something up the back of the church goes off, because that's where the more like sinister being kind of dwells. Whereas up here, you know, it's supposedly just a child, which is kind of sad, but don't be shy, we're not here to hurt you. I did freak out before because I thought that there was someone sitting in, are these called a pew, these seats? Mm-hmm. It was just our tripod set up though, so it's so creepy. I'm kind of like freaking out. Yeah, I don't know. feels just weird in here. Nothing really has been happening since the first, few moments that we were investigating in here. But yeah, this place is just weird. I don't know. I just don't spend a lot of time
Night,
in
Wendy.
churches.
Have a good sleep.
Ian. It's Amy again. Can you come out of the back room into the church? Why do you like that back room? Are you hiding back there? You don't have to hide from us. I can hear, there is a freeway that goes past, so there's like a truck or something.
Yeah, no, this is really good. I love these types of videos. Seriously, I do. I just love them.
Should we go completely lights out? If there's someone in here, can you make a noise for us? Can you tap on something like this?
I just want to thank my mods for being there because you are really appreciated,
Just
okay?
one noise so that we know that you're here.
Especially staying up all hours of the night just to look after me. You're really awesome. Thank you so very much. mm.
That.
If that was you, can you make that noise again but tap twice? Now, if you don't feel like tapping, can you touch one of those balls? Or walk in front of that music box? Or touch the REM pod? I know you know what it is. Are you on the altar?
Oh. One of the cat balls on the altar's gone off.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Can
really
you make
cool.
another noise? Or touch another ball? There's 3 different balls there on that altar. I did hear a small tap there.
After this, I'm going to bed, everybody.
Was it just the one cat ball that went off?
Just Is there someone behind me? If there is, why are you behind me? Come up here with us.
Do you want me to approach the altar?
Maybe back off, because it kind of went off when you weren't facing it.
The priest.
So I heard a couple of noises behind me. Like, it could have just been creaks. Like this is an old wooden building. Kind of like that. I haven't seen anything down there go off though, so I think that we should just ignore that and focus up here.
Alrighty.
I also think if we ignore what's behind us, it might try to do more so that we look at it, if that makes sense. Can you touch another one of the balls again?
Whoever's pressing the heart button, thank you very much. I appreciate
the
it.
most fun thing because when you touch them, they light up and they flash different colours.
It's like a virtual like, so thank you. It just is awesome to see them.
So we've just moved. The
Yeah,
REM
that's a
pod, we've
creepy
moved
mannequin.
our normal music box. I am going to start a ghost tube session and just like walk around and see if anything strange happens. Now I really, really, really want to know if there's someone down here. want you to walk close to me and try and grab my hand. My hand, my hand, my hand. I'm holding a device right now. If you can come and try and grab it out of my hand.
That was me.
Really cool. You don't have to, but you can follow me. That was very likely me that set that off. Just passed in front of the paranormal music box. Now I'm going to go through this doorway. I haven't actually been back here yet, but this is where our young boy Ian has been seen, just in this doorway a lot. So what's back here? What the heck? Oh, this torch wasn't there. What was that? Did you hear that? Oh, what is this dead looking... What is that?
Sheep.
Oh, it looks so sad. How's that going? As soon as I walked in here, I heard a loud tap at the back. What's in this basket, Jared?
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, why is this back here?
I think that's Jesus
Is it?
for the Christmas display.
Oh, that might make sense. There's some sheep here, so maybe that is nativity.
This is so cool, this place.
This house has everything.
It is.
It has a baby doll in the back of its church. Look at these old books and stuff too.
It's really cool.
Ian, are you back here? Is this your favourite room? Do you hide back here? Or do you like it? Do you like that toy on the floor? If you do, can you go touch that toy?
Full REM pod's gone off.
Do you think it could be because we walked near it?
No, I'm at least 3 meters from it.
I'm just saying these floors could be a bit rickety.
Why don't you
If
ask?
there's someone on the altar, can you come close to that thing that just buzzed? Go right up to it and touch that metal pole.
Yep. So I have to go to the toilet. I will be back. Yeah, I'll be back in a moment. And just enjoy the stream.
Spike.
I wasn't looking at it, to be quite
I'll be
honest. I
right
just
back
looked
in a
down and it was
moment.
very green, and then it was kind of like my hand was here. And I don't know, am I really getting anything? Someone just come near me. Please, light it up.
I heard a knock back there.
There's movement in the back room.
Yeah, it was.
We did have an intelligent earlier that started to on. Yeah.
There was noises coming from this room.
So with the REM pod, we've just been playing around with it because it kind of keeps going off, but I suspected it might be the floor. And it is, like, whenever you kind of come around here. Right here, this floor.
One floorboard right there.
Yeah, this pesky floorboard. So
when you moved it, you probably just dislodged the battery a little bit and just the connections a little bit maybe loose.
Yeah, so I think when that was going off early on the Ultra, it doesn't really...
I think when it went off in the doorway though, that was interesting.
That was interesting, yeah.
First of all, tonight when the music box was going off and that was going off, you know, when we set up,
Yeah.
that would be more interesting to me because at
Yeah.
that point I know that moving around didn't.
Sorry, I sneezed.
Alright guys, I've just moved what we're doing into the back room of the church, and that's because this is the area where Ian, our child, hangs around the most. Maybe because he's a bit timid and scared, kind of hiding away from people. So I thought I'd come to him. I am going to try and do a spirit box session and see maybe we can get a child's voice through, which would be phenomenal. It would be so cool, but we'll see if he wants to talk. Hi, Ian. I've already introduced myself to you. I'm Amy. But I really, really would love to talk to you and hear your voice. Can you come close to me and use this device in my hands? Maybe you can say something to me. Maybe say hello. Or if you can say Ian, then I would really know that you're here, and that would be so, so cool. Did it say hi?
I don't know, I didn't hear that one.
How old are you, Ian? Alright, so we didn't really seem to be getting much through there. I thought I heard a voice say hi, but it could have just been a clipping of, say, radio station that got, you know, cut off. So we might leave this. But thank you, Ian, if you are in here. Appreciate it. Certainly the creepiest.
I've had mannequins thrown across the room.
I don't even know how to describe that, but they really sound like footsteps. He does a weird one.
All clear.
So that's definitely not Uncle. You don't like women, do you? They saw it go past the window.
That sounds like footsteps. I can hear the thumping, yeah.
Go now, crying.
Can anyone else hear voices?
Oh, there it goes, there it goes. They were like right there. I feel like I keep seeing like an old man.
You make it go red.
Me.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure that you're subscribed because I have a part 2 video coming up very soon.
Alright, so thank you so much for being here for all this time. My God, it's like such a long time you've been watching this with me. And thank you so much to my mods. You are just awesome people. If you are still here and you've stayed for all this time, thank you very, very much. You know, I do appreciate each and every one of my mods because they do stick around all hours. Seriously, all hours. They're just here looking after this precious channel to me. You know, it's very precious, and I want to keep things in good standing. So thank you very much to all my mods. They stay up at all hours of the night. I mean, my God, it's like 10:19 and I have a feeling I've still got one of my mods still here. You just are awesome people, and thank you so very much. You're just awesome people, and look after yourselves. Bye. I'm going to bed. And I'll see you in the next video, which will be well, actually you've got a video waiting for you to watch, so go watch that one, please. That'll be great if you did. Alright, bye everybody, take care.